Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and we are continuing the review of the latest season of the Miniforce toys. So last time, or 2 videos ago, we looked at Rex Kaiser, and then the next video we saw Burning Cera, which becomes, which he can also transform into this guy's right arm. Today we're going to continue on this, on looking at the second unit that actually shows up in the series as well. But granted, Burning Cera and Thunder Tyra actually released about at the same time. So I'm technically going out on this on how they were shown on the series as well in the TV show. So once again, I mentioned this before in my previous video, so there is no official English name. Even if you look at the box here, there's no actual English like written here. This is actually Korean. The only English I can see is Dinoid Warrior. So these are once again entities. They're not exactly the like past Miniforce where they would call upon a robot which they can use anytime. No, these are actual like basically their own entities slash aliens when you think about it. So yeah, so this is written as Thunder Tyra in Korean, so hence I'm just going with the same pronunciation in English. So once again, if you in the future, if you find these names a little bit, you know, different or odd, then you know, so that's the main reason. So hopefully you understand that. Alright, so the review is going to be the same premise. We're going to take him out of the box, get his articulation, his transformation into the Dino Head mode, which is technically a vehicle form for these guys, and then we'll combine him into his left arm and see what we got from there. So once again, I'll be right back from opening this guy's box. Okay, I'm back. So once again, we have him out of the box. So right off the bat, out of the box, we'll have the main units under Tyra, and he will have his weapons already equipped on you guys. Other than that, what you should be getting is metal. So here's the Dino metal as well. So once again, very high quality, made out of metal, die-cast metal. It's definitely heavy, and you can definitely feel the metal on this as well. So once again, pretty cool design. The back, I believe they all share the same format on the back side. The front side will indicate what type of dinosaur they are going for. Obviously, Burning Cera was a Triceratops, and then this one's already called, because it's called Thunder Tyra, I'm assuming it's going for like a Tyrannosaurus Rex as well. So and once again, once you have the metal, you want to plug it into the back skirt as well. But keep in mind, this is just like the main gimmick in the TV series. So the toy or product wise, it does not, having this or not having this does not affect the play value of the toy. You can still pretty much do everything that you're supposed to do here. So if you don't like the metal here, or if you feel like it's just getting in the way, you can always just play around without the metal if that's your way. And then once again, we do still get the instruction manual that shows all the details. And technically, I didn't bring it out of the box, but there is like a paper box on the bottom of the toy. This thing is in a blister inside the box, and on the bottom of that there's like a paper box which if you collect all these smaller units, you can combine them into make some kind of a maze board game. So once again, not really essential to the toy, and I don't think it has anything to do with the main story of the series as well. So yeah, just kind of a bonus thing or a filler in the box. Alright, so right away, let's look at this guy's articulation here. So I can definitely tell, as someone who has all 4 of the smaller units, the blue one and the red one, they definitely showed some sign of, oh, they wanted to give a little bit more articulation than the typical older toys as well. So yeah, I think they did a pretty good job here. So let's see what we got. Alright, so let's start with the head. Now once again, these are all their own entities, so once again they're able to talk by themselves. So they obviously have a more humanoid face going on here, and they can speak. So the head can go down, up, not so much up, but down as well. And the 360 twist is possible, but although you do need to force it, because there are these small design parts here that is kind of scraping the chin here while I was trying to rotate that. So keep that in mind. And once again, the main connection here is a ball joint, so you do have a pretty good free range of movement, and because of these joints, you do have an up and down movement if you want to do so. Although this is mainly for the transformation, but it still works as well. And not exactly a butterfly joint, but once again, because of the ball joint aspect, you do have a little bit more free range on the shoulders as well. And then the arm itself, now the arm will have the weapon attached. You get these very nice claws. Now each Dinoid Warrior has their own elements. The Burning Cera was obviously fire. This guy is based on electricity, believe it or not. So yeah, Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, then again, they did give claws on an electricity guy, which kind of makes sense, or at the same time doesn't make sense. But it's a pretty cool weapon, if you ask me, because of the way how it fits. It's like a perfect fit, and you can actually just take it out pretty easily because it is based on connected by not a peg, but one of these clip joints as well. So pretty well done, if you ask me. And yeah, so these parts can technically fold inward, but once again, not in this form. It's mostly for the transformations as well. And oh yeah, since we're here, let me take off the weapons once more, and you can see the joints here. You have a 90-degree bend, but you can technically go backwards more, but this is more for the transformation. And because once again under the ball joint, you have free range of 360 twist as well. And then the hands are technically they're jointed, not exactly the typical T-shaped joint, but based on how these things are moving, I think they are on a very, very tight ball joint. Not exactly tight, but once again, there's not much gap here. But yeah, the way how it moves, there's a wiggle. So I think this is a ball jointed hand that can rotate as well. And I believe, yeah, the gold part has to go inwards because his fingers are actually gold color. Now looking at the body here, once again, the body has pretty good range of movement. You can rotate 360 with ratchet joints. And you can see there is no waist joint, so there's no forward and backward movement. So what I tried to do is I actually lifted up the backpack here like that. Once again, this is more for the transformation and combination. So yeah, so but even without uplifting it, you can still go 360. Because why you don't want to uplift this is because if you lift this part up, it also affects the head like that. So yeah, just be aware of that. And once again, for the legs, we have a nice 90-degree up front kick and backwards. I mean, you could technically work your way out depending on the situation, but yeah, if you don't have the metal, and maybe if you can detach the backpack, which should be possible like that by sliding it down and then going like that, then you can go about backwards 90 degrees, and then going to the side 90 degrees is possible. Waist side swivel is existent, and then a nice 90-degree bend is also present as well. And the feet, once again, kind of has a rotation, but there is something, because of the design here, you don't want to go 360 because you're kind of forcing it to go to pull the joints downwards. So you don't want to do that, but you do have nice feet articulation. You can go downward that much, upward that much, although mostly for the transformation. And because it is on a ball joint, you do have a little bit of pivot joint, which a lot of toys, robot toys these days lack a lot. But once again, the designer for this guy, which I assume who I think it is, put in some really nice consideration here. So you do have some natural poses instead of having a feet facing down 90 degrees at all times to do this, or just having an angle so he can only have a specific stance. But once again, I really respect the person who designed this because he added this so that you have more free range of movement in terms of posing as well. Alright, so once again, we're done with the basics of this guy. So there's two things left to show. One is his dino head mode, and then after that we can go through his combined arm mode for Rex Kaiser. So technically, if you want to go for the combined form with Rex Kaiser, you do want to go through the head mode, because obviously in the manual they do start off from the dino head mode. So just be aware of that. So once again, I'll be right back with the dino head mode, and we'll start off there. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the Dino Head mode. So once again, pretty cool compact design here in the show. These guys actually transform into these forms to actually go like move around more faster when they're either in chase or chasing someone or something. They would go into this form, as far as I understood it. Once again, pretty cool design that does actually look convincing enough to be a T-Rex head, and you do have a little bit of open mouth movement, although this is technically the legs moving. So yeah, if you open too much, it looks now awkward. So make sure that you have a little bit of balance going on here as well. And I do like the fact that the claw weapons, their small spike design, actually work as teeth here. So pretty well designed as well when you think about it. Now in this form, there's not much you can do. Granted, it does have wheels on the bottom so that it can technically roll a bit, and that's pretty much it. There's no articulation in this form other than the mouth movement that I mentioned. And once again, the metal is not mandatory. You can still do this transformation without the metal as well. So keep that in mind. Alright, so we've seen the basics of the unit itself. Now let's bring out Rex Kaiser and combine them as well. So I'll be right back with Rex Kaiser and this guy's arm form as well. Okay, I'm back. So here we have Rex Kaiser already ready. So for those who don't know, basically you just need to fold the arms backwards. But once again, for the cannons that are already on the back here, so if this was the left arm, you take off the cannon, fold it up, and then connect it to the opposite side of the leg. So in this case, since it was the left arm, you put it on the right leg onto the side like that. So that's how that works. So once again, here we have the arm form as well. Transformation is pretty much almost identical as the previous Burning Cera. So once again, pretty cool design. Although once again, unlike Burning Cera, there is no actual hand mold or anywhere. So this is supposed to be definitely only like a weapon slash claw thing going on here. And here is the main connecting point as well. Which, speaking of which, once you fold the arms backwards, you need to also rotate this part 180 degrees, and you reveal this joint, which you can slide in up to down like that, and you have the connection here. So yeah, I believe they call this form like D3 or D4 or something like that. But once again, it depends on how many the number after D basically changes how many depending on how many are connected here, as far as I understood it. Alright, so once again, here we have the arm connected. So despite how it looks articulation wise, you still have the 360 twist on Rex Kaiser. Very well made. And then because of the joint connecting system here, because of the way how it rotates on the inside, you do have a little bit of wiggle, so that you do have a little bit of freedom of movement instead of locking it into place. Because if you do lock it, then obviously it's going to look a little bit too stiff. So you do have a little bit of wiggle for extra movement. And then despite how it looks, you still have the bend going on here. So about a 90-degree bend, thanks to the fact that this part is actually the leg area of the smaller unit. And obviously rotation is possible. And then once again, you have the metal here. But keep in mind, the metal is not mandatory. But in the show, you can actually do see the metals here. So for show accuracy, and if that's your thing, definitely go for it. So yeah. So the way how this works is that you have these claws here. They would basically generate electricity so that he could do either a powerful slash move or electricity moves in general. And that is pretty much it. So once again, if you have also both Burning Cera, you can obviously go for double arms, which does actually show does happen in the show as well. So once again, any smaller dinoids you buy, you can definitely combine at least the first 4 to this guy as well. So I'm assuming there's like 3 more to come out, and I'm not sure how much compatible they will be on their own. At least for the wings, I will assume it's compatible, but there's these 2 units which I assume combine to become a weapon. I think that's their own purpose, but who knows? Maybe they can also combine to this guy, him directly, but I have no plans on getting them as well. So yeah, I'm mostly gonna end with the 4 units, and yeah, call it a day there. Anyway, that is pretty much it for the review. So once again, if you really like Rex Kaiser and you want to like expand its playability, definitely go for the smaller Dinoid Warriors as well. And this was the review of the Miniforce latest series, the Thunder Tyra. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave them comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.